the criteria for being a planet is sped. I know this channel isn't supposed to be informative, but I love space and all that stuff. But and also, this is just such a stupid rule that the IAU made. I felt like giving another complaint to the many, many complaints that are already out there. So, as many of you know, Pluto used to be a planet, and then it got demoted because its moon is massive and Eris is heavier than it. And although I understand demoting Pluto for those reasons, even if they seem a little bit odd, uh, I don't agree with it, and I especially don't agree with the classifications for being a planet. These classifications are: a planet must orbit the sun, a planet must be round, and a planet must have cleared its orbit. I don't understand why it specifically has to orbit the sun, just say it has to orbit a star. And yes, I know it's pretty nitpicky, and I'm nitpicking for something so stupid, but like, it's still a dumb rule. Like, that's just too specific. But anyway, for the clearing the orbit thing, what the hell? Why dude, clearing an orbit is such a weird criteria. So let's see what that is. So now that we've defined the horrendous and lazy qualifications for being a planet, specifically about the clearing its orbit, let's look at some examples of its hypocrisy and moronicness. First, Mars is close enough to interact with the asteroids in the inner edge of the asteroid belt, and that is not clearing its orbit. So does that mean Mars is a dwarf planet too? Interesting. Uh, Now these guys, all presented in the image, are all in the Kuiper Belt, which is full of asteroids, and Orcus and Pluto are like extra close to each other, and more importantly, all of their orbits overlap. But Neptune has its orbit crossed by Pluto, which doesn't count as clearing an orbit. The orbits overlap. Neptune hasn't cleared its path. Does that mean Neptune is a dwarf planet too? That'd be crazy. Obviously, Neptune is not a dwarf planet. It's like 11 times bigger than Earth. So don't worry, Neptune. You're safe. But another flaw of many is that the clear orbit rule is that Eris has entirely cleared its orbit. Eris is far, far away past the Kuiper Belt. Therefore, there's basically nothing there, and whatever was there most likely became its moon, Dysnomia. Eris has cleared its orbit more than Mars and Neptune, so does that mean something like Saturn is more of a planet than Neptune? Because if so, how can one thing be more of another thing if it's supposed to be clear-cut qualifications? For Ceres, I don't think I even have to explain, but for all the morons and/or uninformed people, Ceres is quite literally in the asteroid belt and used to be recognized as an asteroid, so that speaks for itself. I think that there should be a size qualification, because it's called a dwarf planet. Dwarf. Like tiny. Anyway, now we'll be moving on to random tidbits that further make my case clearer and better. Pluto messes with Ixion and Orcus's orbits. Therefore, it's kind of cleared its orbit. Now, this seems like a little bit of an over-exaggeration, because by mess with, I mean it like pulls a little bit, but they get shaky from time to time. Pause. But anyway, finally, I'd like to mention Gong, which is such a weird dwarf planet and has a very eccentric orbit that goes inside of Pluto's orbits and then all the way past Eris's. It gets within around the 38 AU range, or astronomical units, and then all the way out to like 102, 101 AU, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how it could get so close and so far away. It isn't really anything important. I just thought it was amazing how bizarre some orbits can be. Well, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, this is important, guys. Forever love meerkats, and go watch Meerkat Manor.